So I've been watching this guy on YouTube, builds banjos out of old oil cans and all sorts of other things too, and he's even made a series of videos showing how to do it. Anyway, this was such a cool idea, I thought I'd have a go myself. So first thing I did was to get a banjo neck. Here it is. This is an Orpheum No. 1 tenor banjo neck, and it came across the Atlantic from the United States. Now a quick Google tells me these were around at least in the 1920s, so maybe even before that. It's not in great shape. The main problem's the fingerboard's kind of twisted, but that's not going to be a big deal for my purposes. So the next thing I needed to do was find a can, and chose this one. This is a real vintage can, and it used to contain gunk, which is an engine decreaser. So nice cans are in fairly short supply now, at least this side of the Atlantic, but I do like this one. This is a 1 gallon can, and it's got a date on which says 1946. I like that it's got an aeronautical theme, and what I really like is it shows an autogyro, not a regular aeroplane. Anyway, it's a bit shabby, but I'm going to try cleaning it up a bit and see how it comes out. Now I'm going to add a few innovations of my own. This is a tenor banjo neck, so I do need to add a 5th string. I didn't really like the idea of adding a wedge on the side of the neck for the 5th string. It looks ugly, it's fiddly to do, and I'm actually not convinced it's necessary. The 5th string, after all, is just a drone string, and it's rarely, if ever, fretted, so let's see what we can do instead. Now I've decided to put the 5th string peg in the heel of the neck here, which is a fairly elegant position, and gives me a couple of options for how to route the string. The first option is just to bring it straight up onto the face of the can here, although I've got a feeling this might not sound good as the string's going to be very short and the tension's probably quite low. So plan B is to drill a little hole around about the 5th fret and put a nail or something in there, probably with a short dowel or something to carry the string, which I can then loop around from the peg. Not quite as elegant, but it will give me the correct string length. There it is, the oil can banjo. It's idiosyncratic, you might say, kind of tough to play. Also just about the coolest thing I've seen for a long time. I did, as I suspected I would, need to go to plan B on how to route the 5th string. It was just too sloppy with such a short string, so I've ended up with a bit of a compromise. Just a tip, by the way, on where to put the bridge. You need to measure from the nut to the 12th fret, and then it's the same distance again to the bridge. And once you've got that set up, it sounds surprisingly good for what it is, and bearing in mind I'm not much of a banjo player.